Hi everybody, thank you so much for joining me on my very first YouTube channel video. I am so appreciative of your guys' support and I'm so excited to start this new experience with you all. So I am just going to go ahead and start this video, get right to the goods. This is the latest art project that I have been obsessing over. I absolutely love bullet journaling. I have the Moleskine or Moleskine. Please, guys, let me know how to properly say that. But I do think I will eventually switch over to the Lexterm. Is that how you say it? For a few reasons, and I'll show you why as the video goes on. But let's just go ahead and get into it. So that's just the intro page. And I wasn't a big fan of using the table of contents, if you can see that. But if I switch over to the Lexterm, I probably will use it because I believe it comes with a table of contents. This is my April initial spread. This is the first thing that kind of popped out of my head, and I loved it initially, but as time went on, it wasn't very useful to me. I didn't find myself going back and referencing it as much as I thought I would, so I just scrapped that for May. This is my super compact, complicated calendar view. I didn't have any monthlies, or I didn't have any weeklies or dailies for April. I just had one monthly spread, and I tried to cram everything in here, and this is why I hate it so much, because I didn't have much room to add multiple events in one day, and I didn't have enough room to put the time of the events or any type of details like that. So I ended up having to mentally remember details of events or write it down somewhere else, which really just defeats the purpose of having this. This is my April blessings page, and I absolutely love it. It reminds me of how thankful and blessed I should be or feel for all the wonderful people in my life and for all the events that have occurred that have truly made me happy in the month of April. Thank you, everybody who's played a part in keeping me happy in April. This is my Om of the month. I absolutely love this page because I told myself, if you're going to write this quote down, you best follow it, Jess. You need to live it out in the month of April. And you know what? I have stuck to it so hard that I'm going to be living out not only in the month of April, but for the rest of my life. It has literally made me such a more calm and just light person, if that makes sense. So you can't be envious and happy at the same time. And it's true, guys, you really can't. Be happy for other people's successes and be joyous for them. And just love effortlessly, relentlessly, and unconditionally. I love this page so much that the quote, you'll see it on the May spread, that it's actually front and center. So that when I flip to the very beginning of the month, it's like, boom, there's your quote that you need to follow for this month. Live by it, love it, and we'll see you next month for a new quote. This is my tracker, nothing special, but if you can tell, I'm extremely good at relaxing, and I'm extremely good at, what else? Oh, I'm pretty good at actually drinking 8 cups of water a day, so yeah, just little things like that. And then this section down here are for items that I thought of like halfway through the month that I didn't think I should just throw in last minute, but I wanted to incorporate into my next tracker. This is my 21-day fix workout / diet program food log. I ended up just stopping it because it became more of a hassle and a task for me. It really wasn't fun for me to fill out. It was more annoying than anything, but it is a really pretty page to look at, so I'm not hating on it or anything. I just stopped doing it. It wasn't very beneficial for me. This was just a little doodle I came up with because I started to ponder all these new ideas for my May spread, and I didn't want to just write it on a sticky note or anything, so I just kind of maybe, you know, doodled it out. It was at this point where I realized I needed to have a more clear and defined spread instead of having all this stuff kind of mismatched everywhere. So in May, you'll see that everything is way more defined and organized. This is a little doodle I did for a home improvement project we're doing. We're just building a bench for our farm table. And I tend to make things a little bit more complicated than they need to be. My husband just says, write down what we need, let's go to the store, buy it, and build this thing. And I'm just like, wait, honey, let me just finish this drawing really quick. And he's like, oh my gosh. So, yeah, he loves me. This is my library page where each book has a name of a book that I want to finish or that I want to start and finish. And every time I complete a book, I will color it in. So it's kind of like a, yay, you completed this book, now you get to color, congratulations. But obviously I haven't had much time to read. Hopefully that changes. On my new tracker, you'll see that every night, at least for 30 minutes, I want to read before bed. So hopefully these will get filled out. This is a couple little options that I drew up for my sister-in-law for an art project I'm doing for her, and I think we've decided to go with this one. That seemed to be the most popular one on Instagram too, when I asked for opinions. How many of you ladies seriously need mental help when it comes to tossing away clothes, even though you know you haven't worn it for years? You can't let it go. This is my mental help. If I like it, if it fits, if I wore it in the past month, I'll keep it. But otherwise, it's either going to be donated or stored. And I really, really, really need to follow this. This is my absolute favorite page in this entire book. And it's actually the page that got me the most supporters. You guys are so awesome. And I'm so glad you liked this drawing. It was honestly something that I just had so much fun doing, but the fact that you guys enjoyed it just as much makes me so happy. And this is just a little sticky note of who all paid, and all the friends paid, so thank you guys if you're watching this. And because of this page, and a couple people shared it too actually, I ended up getting quite a few more followers on Instagram, so it led to this. I really debated doing this because I didn't want to track followers like it was something to be tracked. Art or something you enjoy isn't defined by how many followers you have or how many likes you have. It's just out of pure happiness. But I felt like I owed it to you guys for the countless comments, the loving comments you give me, and it just inspired me to draw something anyway. So I ended up creating this and called you guys my sweet supporters. And maybe on YouTube, you guys can be my sweet subscribers. Just my little sweets. Just another little doodle I did of projects I need to finish. And this is where I did a comparison of moleskin versus Lextrum. Guys, really tell me how to say this. How to pronounce these, please. But yes, I spelled moleskin wrong. I forgot the E. Don't make the same mistake I did. But what really sold it for me of why I need to switch is because the pages are thicker in the Lextrum. As you can see, I haven't been using the back pages of these because of the pens I've been using and because I doodle more than I list. And I need thicker pages, and I switched pens too in May, so it helps a little bit with that. Another little home improvement project we're working on. This is my health wheel. I really wish I would have called it the meal wheel, but I wasn't that clever at the time. Buddha says health is the greatest gift, and he is correct. So if just a little example, protein, there's 3/4 cups. I'm allowed to have 4 3/4 cups, if that makes sense, based off of my gender and my weight. I started the Rock Your Handwriting Challenge prompts really late in the game. It was April the 27th, but I was really inspired by the prompt, and it was forgiveness. I found this quote and I fell in love with it. Remember, when you forgive, you heal, and when you let go, you grow. I don't have a problem with forgiving others. I do it like that because I can't harbor feelings. It really eats me up inside. Sorry if you hear my dogs barking. They're just protecting me from the wind or a paper bag or something like that. So this really inspired me, and I need to work on forgiving myself on things because I am my toughest critic. And oh my goodness, that boy. It's okay. Pause. I'm so sorry. I think he got it. It's probably a squirrel. And this is just a blank page. I intend to fill this out. And yes, now we're finally in May. So April showers bring May flowers, right? So that's why I decided to color this page in like I did. And I am so in love with it. And this is just a little sticky note in the month of April that are filled with things that I need to schedule in May. So you'll see in a little bit how I will transfer that onto my new calendar spread. But this is my quote for May. Choose to be optimistic. It feels better. Dalai Lama. How simplistic is that? Choose to be optimistic purely because it feels better. I think we can all learn something from that. Okay, this is where I start using the back of the page. Yay, finally. I don't feel like I'm wasting. So this is the calendar view, and I will show you how I use this. So let's just, my hubby, he's gone right now, but he gets back on the 3rd. So, oh, there's a key down here. And it shows you, so if I have a meeting, I write an M in a box, or, you know, friends and family, I put a heart. So for my husband, I consider him my family. So I'm going to put a heart in a box on the 3rd for when he comes home. And then I'm going to come over to my weekly, find the 3rd, and write hubby home. And then what else? So over here, this is an open-ended item. So like for the lake house, it's considered vacation to me. I'm going to write an open bracket for when I leave and an open bracket for when we come back. I'll zoom you in a little closer so you can see what I'm talking about. So these little open brackets right there, it purely means that it's an event that continues. So then when you go over to your weekly, 20th through 22nd, I'm going to put lake house and write arrows going through the days that we're going to be there, and then cap it off with a little, like a little wedge at the end for the day we leave. And then I have this little thing in the back, all my bills that I'm responsible for. I covered that up so you don't see my access unless you want to log in and pay my bills for me. So the mortgage is due on the 15th. So let's just log that in, and I'm going to use the exclamation point for bill and reminder. And I'm actually going to do 2 boxes right here of exclamation points because I know that I give my pups their medication on the 15th. So we'll put mortgage and pup pills on the 15th. And if I haven't been explaining it, on the left is the timeline. So say if I am supposed to pay my mortgage at $1,400 every 15th, I would have wrote it down here, right here, next to $1,400. So you guys pretty much get the idea of how to fill this out. June events down here is for projected items. So I know my bestie's birthday is on the 14th of June. Port's birthday. And then, oop, I wrote a P. Good thing this is an erasable pen, huh? And then when I do my June spread, I will transfer that over. So let's go ahead and move on. This is my tracker for May, and I love it because it has a little choo-choo train with puff clouds that says, "Are you on track?" And this time I separate it into health and hygiene and life. This is the page for my May blessings. You always want to remember those. And I made it into like lined paper because it's really nostalgic to me. I used to absolutely love writing on lined paper. And this is the May 2016 Rock Your Handwriting prompts. And I am prepared this time to actually do them instead of joining in last minute. So that's pretty much it. I know I'll add more as the month goes on. But for now, that's all I have written out. So what we'll do now is clamp off. Let's clamp off April. And then mark the pages in May that we feel like we are gonna come. I keep saying we, but it's me. Unless you want to share my bullet journal with me. So I'm going to mark the pages that I'm going to be coming back to quite often. So my tracker is a daily thing, and so is May Blessings. So I'm just going to use one for both of those. And then I'm going to want to come back to my calendar view quite a lot too. But since I have this clamped, I probably don't need another one. But that is pretty much it for my bullet journal of April and May. I want to thank you again for supporting my brand new channel and for being here with me today. Please leave any comments with suggestions or advice. Any little bit helps. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today, and I will see you next time. Bye!